So once the installations are complete, we are going to create our project. Now I have named it Tello course. So it will come with this main.py file. We can write in this file, or we are going to create a new one in which we will store all our code. So we can delete this one. We can right click and we can go to new and then Python file, and here we can say basic movements. Now to actually program the Tello, we need its library. So to install that, we will go to file, we will go to settings, and then we will go to the project, then the project interpreter, and then we will add. Here we are going to write DGI Tello. And here you will see that we have the DGI Tello Py library. So we are going to click on that and we will hit install. Now while this is installing, let's have a look at who actually created this library. So let's go to the link, and this is the guy. His name is Damia Phonitis. He's the one who created this DGI Tello wrapper, which is the wrapper for the original DGI Tello SDK. So what this does is it makes it a little more easier to communicate with the Tello and to command all of these different things and to perform different tasks. So there is a documentation for it as well. This is an example. So you have to import the library, and then you have to say connect. You can say move left, move right, move forward, and you can give it some values. So a big thanks to the guy who actually built it and all the contributors who have contributed to this GitHub repo and have made it easy for us to use the Tello library. And the license for this is MIT. So this basically allows you to use it commercially. You can modify, you can distribute, but you have to make sure that you include this in the distribution. So this is the license. If you are distributing, you have to add this to the license as well. Okay, so that being said, let's go back, and now you can see it's already installed. Now another library we will be needing later on is the OpenCV library. So we can install it now. So it's called OpenCV Python. We can click on that and we can hit install. And this will install both of these. And now you can see we have all these new libraries that we did not have before. So we can hit OK. And now we can go on to our coding. And first of all, we are going to import our library. So here we will write from DGI Tello Py import Tello. And then we will be needing the time as well. So we will write from time import sleep. So we want to add some delays between each command. So that is why we need this. So to connect to our Tello is very simple. All we have to do is we have to create a Tello object. So you can call it anything. I like to call it me. So me is equals to Tello dot Tello, Tello, and this will create our Tello object. And now we can simply write me dot connect. And this is how simple it is. You have to just write me.connect and it will take care of all the IP address and all the communication part for you. All you have to do is you have to run this. And to make sure that it is running properly, we will print out the battery. So how much battery do we have on our drone? So we can write here me.get battery underscore battery. So there you go. And if you are wondering where am I getting all these functions from, so you can click on control and then you can left click on your mouse, and this will take you to all the functions that you have available. So you have get height, get temperature, get altitude. You have all these different things that you can use. Okay, so that being said, actually let me show you more. You have flip left, you have move back, you have to give the X value. The X value is basically in centimeters. So this is 20 centimeters to 500 centimeters. You have move forward, move right, but we are not going to use these because this is very simple, and you can use this in one of the third-party apps as well that move forward for 10 centimeters, not 10 actually, let's say half a meter, then move half a meter to the left, then rotate 90 degrees. All this stuff you can do with third-party libraries. What we will be doing is we will be using the RC command, and I will show you later on what that does. But before we go there, let's run this and see what happens. So we will right click this and we will hit run. But before we do that, we have to make sure that the Tello is connected to your Wi-Fi. So we will turn on the Tello drone and then we will go to Wi-Fi and connect. So I have turned on the drone right now, and then we will go to the Wi-Fi settings, and here we should have the Tello drone pop up. There you go. So now it's connected. I have pressed automatically connect. That's why it connected automatically. So once that is done, we can go back and we can right click and run basic movements. So if we run that, we get the response. First of all, we connected, so we got the response okay. And then we asked for the battery, so we got the response as 61. So right now the battery of my drone is 61%. Okay, that being said, now we need to see how we can control our drone. So as I mentioned before, you can simply write, for example, go forward. So if you wanted to go forward, you can write me dot go. Is it go forward or is it just forward? Move forward. So it is me dot move forward. So again, all these functions, you can read about them. So it tells you Tello fly forward with distance X centimeters. So you have to give a distance here. So you can write here, go forward, for example, 30 centimeters. And then you can write 50 centimeters and so on. But we don't want to do that. What we want to do is we want to control the speed. So as we discussed in the introduction, the drone can translate in 3 directions and it can rotate in 1 direction. So we want to control that. So we will write here me dot send underscore RC control, and inside that we are going to give in the 4 figures that we were discussing. So first of all, as you can see here, it says left right velocity. So let's say this is 0, and then it will say forwards and backwards. Let's say that is 0 as well. Then we have up and down, let's put it as 0, and then we have the yaw velocity, which means how much it wants to rotate. So all these speeds we have, and if we click on it and if we go there, you can see here this is the left right velocity. We have forward backwards, up and down, and yaw velocity. So all of these we can use from -100 to 100. So if we want to go forward, we will write, for example, 50, it will go forward. We will write -50, it will go backwards with half the speed. So we can go back here and let's write here, let's go forward 50. Then we will give it a delay. So we will write here sleep for 2 seconds. And then we are going to tell it to land. So we will say me dot land. Now, one thing that I did not write earlier was the takeoff. So before we actually send the command, we have to make sure we are asking our drone to take off. So we will write here me dot take off, and then we can send our command, then we can sleep, and then we can land. Now, if you want to land properly, and if you don't want the drone to be going forward while it's landing, then you have to repeat this and you have to write 0 over here as well. Otherwise, the drone, when it's landing, it will be going forward as well. So first we will stop it completely and then we will ask it to land. So it will land like a helicopter rather than an airplane. So let's try this out and see what happens. So as you saw, it took off, it went forward for 2 seconds at the speed of 50 and then it landed. So now we can move the drone towards the right as well. So we can copy this, and as we know, the first one is basically left and right. So we can change this to, let's say, 30, and let's see what happens. So as you saw, the drone first took off, it went forward for 2 seconds, then it went towards the right side for 2 seconds, and then it landed. So if we write here -30, it will go towards the left. If we write here -50, it will go backwards. So this is the basic idea. And if we want to rotate, we can rotate it. For example, we can say over here, we can say 30. And let's try this out, what happens. So as you saw, the drone first went forward and then it took a right turn. So this time it is in the yaw, not actually the right side, and then it landed. So these are the basic movements that we can control. We can control up and down, left and right, forwards and backwards, and we can control the yaw.